Welcome
to another episode
of the Nerd
and the Geek
We get to talk about Star Wars
and lightsabers.
I remember sitting in a theater with Nathan Ferraro talking about what's the top 5 lightsaber fights because you posted a thing on AV and it was going around my brain, and since then, that was what, December?
What, the lightsaber
January?
fights? The lightsaber fights?
Well, when did Rogue One come out?
When Rogue One came, yeah, last December.
Yeah, so it was like January that we were talking about this. So it's been bubbling in the brain.
Yeah.
And we get to talk about it.
Yeah, we do. So we've compiled our top 5.
A lot of research went into this.
Exactly.
It was hard to come up with. So let's just get down to the mustard.
Yes.
If you want to hear more, we're going to be doing another long episode of this one.
This is a quickie.
This is our top 5, just straight to it. I'll start off. How's that sound?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off with one to me that just, as a kid, was cool. As I grew up, it has better storytelling than I thought. I think a lot of people don't give this fight its due. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous.
General Kenobi.
Yes, he's cool. Grievous is cooler than he is through all of Clone Wars.
He's the Boba Fett of the prequels.
This is a cool dude. Just the dynamic storytelling, the moving of the fight turning into Obi-Wan having to use his hands. It's more than a lightsaber fight. That's what I think will be a theme. Is yes, these are our top 5 lightsaber fights, but it's more than the lightsabers. It's
physical.
Star Wars. Yeah. Ripping him open, being smart about it. You got to see the gears turning on Obi-Wan, who is this. He is the Mario of Star Wars. He's balanced in every category.
Yep.
He could get anything done.
Yes.
Seth.
All right,
What is your
so
number 5?
been watching a lot of Clone Wars, so got some Clone Wars on here.
Some?
Yeah.
More than one.
More than one.
Damn.
I wanted to get a comic book in there, but then I didn't feel like that it was
Yeah,
fair since
in
it's not
motion.
moving. Yeah, that's the whole thing. But anyway, so my number 5 is from the episode The Lawless. It's Darth Sidious versus Savage Opress and Darth Maul. Everything from Sidious showing up to him taking both of them at the same time, and the moment that I loved it, they force push him off a balcony.
Dead man?
What?
When he's dead or before?
No. So they Savage Opress and
Okay,
Maul
yeah,
force push the Emperor off a balcony, and as he's falling, he grabs both of them and then pulls them with him, and he lands on his feet, and they don't. So I'm like, sold. Finally, the dude walks in and fixes all the problems with Clone Wars at the time. So, yeah.
And I kind of pulled a few people that we like. Favorite Les Eller.
Yeah.
Said that's his favorite lightsaber.
Really?
Fight.
It's really fun. Like, lots of, scraping around on the floor. It's flashy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, again, it's the Emperor getting work done.
Getting mixy. Number 4.
Yeah.
This is my one curveball.
Yeah.
I found it hard to go outside the movies because it's hard. John Williams is a trump card that nothing else really has access to.
No, I get you.
So my one outside is the Old Republic opening cinematic.
Oh,
You've got Satil. Okay, Old Republic CG stuff is amazing. It was hard to pick one, but the one that showed lightsabers in its coolest form, I thought was this. You get Satil Shan with her master versus Darth Malgus and his lord. And if you see the cinematic, doesn't matter who his name is by the end of this.
Yeah.
Man, the kinetic movement in this is what I want. The force powers of sensing everything around. When he tosses that saber to block with the backhand. It's just like, there's just such cool moments in this, just peppered throughout, that you can't have a big, huge smile.
And by the end, isn't he using his lightsaber and her double-bladed lightsaber and fighting both of them at the same time?
The other one, his master dies, so he's doubled up. Woo!
Yeah, everything we really wanted.
It's nasty.
Yeah, it is.
Don't have parental permission before you watch that one.
So, my number 4 is also from Clone Wars. It is Count Dooku versus Anakin Skywalker in the episode called Crisis on Naboo. Basically, Count Dooku's trying to kidnap the Emperor.
Is this force in the arm?
Oh my gosh, it's so good. There's this.
Jack directed this episode.
Yeah, the at the beginning of it, Anakin's fighting guards, his IG guards, and he just catches one of their fists. And he just crushes it, and I think that's the thing that I like a lot that they don't really utilize in the movie is that's an X factor that can really, get the job done if it needed to, because it's a robot hand. It's not, it doesn't, doesn't hinder the, with the flesh. If that makes sense. Yeah. But anyway, at one point, Dooku throws a bunch of forks into Anakin, and
CZ dub.
yeah,
CZ dub.
exactly. And he puts up his arm and catches all the forks basically, and he starts pulling them out. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Fork that.
Yeah, exactly. And he ends up just kind of creaming Dooku, and the Emperor's smiling the whole time, and you can see that the seeds are being sown for this is Anakin's becoming exactly what I need him to be, is the blunt object that will tear through pretty much everybody. So that was my number 4.
Number 4. That means we're top 3.
Yep.
Top 3 time.
Yep.
This was harder for me to pull back from 1-2 slot.
Yeah.
Because I know this is my nostalgia. The movie has not been out long.
Yeah.
But the nostalgia factor of episode 7 for me is immense.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the coolest visual lightsaber fight there is. Going back to shades of Dooku versus Anakin.
Yeah,
this
in the dark.
is Finn and Rey versus Kylo Ren in the winter wonderland of destruction and dismemberment. Like I said, the kinetic movement of this fight as well is just they're going somewhere all the time, and someone's got the upper hand, and the storytelling of movement, it's hard to beat. Plus, like I'm saying, the visuals, this darkness with the sabers that are glowing off of you because you're wet, and the snow and the forest. Man.
Yeah.
It is sweet. Like, I pulled it back because of as much... Ray is my internet girlfriend, and as much... as much as I love her, there is some bullcrap with her just being it.
Yeah.
But I don't care. It's amazing. Go watch it again.
All right. My number 3, Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar. I mean...
Number 3?
Number 3.
I thought you'd have this higher.
I mean, the whole thing is at the end of the day, they are just kind of swinging lightsabers. It's awesome. Yeah, they do that, but at the end of the day, they're not talking really. I mean, they talk a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's Obi-Wan playing defense until the very end. And that's cool, but I feel like I'm playing this down. It's still my number 3.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, why I dig this so much is you get to see 2 Jedi Masters, Sith Lord, Jedi Master, in their prime, tearing a hole through each other. Like, I mean, it's just...
Stone golden.
It is, they are just stomping a mud hole, and I love it. I mean, and I love that neither of them can really gain any kind of footing. Anakin's ultimate offense, Obi-Wan's ultimate defense, until the very end. And then you kind of have a little bit of bull crap with the whole higher ground, but if you could start maybe reading into it a little bit more with, like, maybe it's a callback to the Darth Maul hop-up, that maybe that, like, hey, I'm going to beat you even at your own game. So that's how I see it in my head. That's what Anakin's doing, and that's why he jumped instead of hopping off and just walking up the hill to go get him. So, anyway, that's my number 3.
So my number 2...
Yeah?
is Obi-Wan versus Anakin on Mustafar, and it's hard to say anything because we just talked about it. But yes,
it's okay.
This is, I keep saying the term, I'm already annoyed with it, kinetic motion.
Mm-hmm.
This is the granddaddy of cool motion with a lightsaber. This is lightsaber combat. I said that most fights are about other stuff. This is about 2 people with a lightsaber that have been through the Clone Wars.
And they know each other
other so well. They don't have to talk.
Nope.
Their speeches with their eyes, with their offense and their movement, and their being able to counter everything as it's happening. And sure, the first time you watch it, yes, it looks cool, but you don't get all this. Mm-hmm. It's having to understand the universe and understand it all to understand what these 2 really mean to each other and where they've come. Yeah, this fight is just fun to watch again and again and again, and then
it's still pretty holds up.
Oh, without a
10
doubt.
years later.
There's not the only my nerd thing rewatching this stuff today was like, oh, lava cut this thing off, but now the same material could just float on lava the whole time without breaking. Whatever.
Yeah, it's not heating
Bush
up
did
at
9/11.
all.
You're number 2, Seth Fisher.
We kind of already talked about it. That would be Kylo Ren versus Finn and Rey, and basically choreography's top notch. Just with how little. I love how Kylo Ren swing cleaving. Rey clearly doesn't know what she's doing. Finn is fighting, like how a stormtrooper would. I mean, how he would be trained. Dude, snow, man. That's something new. Give me something new, and that's awesome. And then just the whole, like, you feel for all three of the characters that are involved. And I think that's what makes this one important, is you clearly see that Kylo Ren's the bad guy, but you're feeling for him, you're feeling for Rey, you're feeling for Finn. So it's
They've all got their destination they're trying to get to.
Exactly. It's so cool. And then just the use of lights, darks, and colors in this scene is just good stuff.
Yep.
I think we probably have the
nope.
same. Oh, okay.
I've cheated on your notes.
Oh.
Similar.
Yes. All right.
So I went with...
Should we say something about any one that almost made the list but couldn't?
You got to tune into the
long one. Oh, gotcha.
For that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
I picked Cloud City.
Yeah?
Luke versus Vader. I think it has the best storytelling in the... Okay, legit, pitch yours so we could have this conversation.
Okay, so me? Okay, I say it's Luke and Vader on Death Star 2.
Yeah.
Because
these are very dynamic. That's why I wanted you to say yours and say mine. You could go ahead.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to go real fast so you can, because I don't want to kill your thought. So it's a culmination of everything that the prequels and the original trilogy all built up to in one moment. I mean, and think about it. It's the craziest boss fight in the history of boss fights, that you've got Luke fighting Darth Vader, the biggest bad that we've seen, okay? Then
he is the Senate.
And then if he somehow beats Vader, then he's got to fight a guy that he knows nothing about. That's like, oh my gosh, and Palpatine's just watching the whole time, just waiting. Just waiting for exactly. And then that line, sister, so you have a twin sister. I just love it. And then Luke gets unhinged for like a second, and that is so cool. He's fighting like his dad, basically, just yep, exactly, just going nuts. And it's that Skywalker fury that I think I don't know why, but I just enjoy it. I love that raw emotion. And dude, what a cool location, just being in the Emperor's throne room. Like, that is, bar none to me, I think that's the coolest location, just with lights, darks, and them under the stairs, and the
creative use of the environment as well.
Exactly. So cool.
Yeah.
So
again, it's obvious. These two both should be on my list, but it was a conscious choice to pick one, and the one that meant more to me. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think the one you picked is more prestigious and the more impactful one, but the Spencer one, the story these two are telling, obviously you have the reveal at the end.
Yeah.
You've got just
the experience versus the novice.
Well, it starts out as Vader underestimating, and then figuring out, oh, he's got the skills.
Yeah.
And then Vader starts toying with the kid. Mm-hmm. Just, I could get you one-handed on the dude. Like, at that point, you haven't seen that. You got to take these in context. At that point, it was Obi-Wan and Vader just two hands on a lightsaber poking. So it showed this growth and this power that made Vader to the point where he is the scariest bad dude that you've got to deal with. Again, lights and darks. When Luke hits that tunnel and those lights go,
man,
it's creepy. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. So anything with a couple of Skywalkers duking it out is going to be amazing.
It's true.
That is the best part of Star Wars. It is a Skywalker saga. Mm-hmm. Don't you forget that, Episode 8.
No. This is a Skywalker story.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you very much.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's our quick review.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you get here.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more about all the lightsaber fights, Clone Wars, everything.
Yes.
Check us out.
Yes.
Have a great day.